everyone, Renee here, and today I have for you a one brand review. I've never done one of these before, but I kind of want to do a lot more of these in the future. I find them really helpful. So today we're talking about Heimish, and as you know, I've already fallen in love with some of their products. Actually, they launched as a makeup brand, I think in March of this year. It's the skincare products that I tried first, which is the All Clean Balm and the Clay Cleanser, and that pretty much got me hooked. So today we're gonna play with their makeup. So one of the reasons why I think this brand has been so successful upon launching has something to do with how much bang you get for the buck. You really are getting pretty sophisticated products for road shop / drugstore prices. Olali.com was just so kind to send me the products that I wanted to try. They are the only US website that carries Heimish, and they also ship internationally. Their customer service is amazing. They ship so quickly, and 10% of their profits go to charity, and I love supporting businesses that give back. So the word Heimish is actually Yiddish, and it means comfortable, cozy, familiar. Their makeup really is not about being dramatic or aggressive or harsh. Rather, their philosophy is not about your makeup being beautiful, but your makeup making you more beautiful. So really, it's about enhancement rather than transformation, which is perfect for someone like me. I'm definitely into more subtle and natural makeup, although my lipstick today says otherwise, and I have no makeup artistry skills, so I definitely need something that's more subtle and foolproof. So let's start the review. Let's start with the Artless Glow Base, which is a more subtle and refined radiant primer, unlike a lot of the very metallic ones out there. This is more like Charlotte Tilbury's Wonder Glow or Burberry's Fresh Glow. What I love the most about this is that it's also got an SPF of 50 PA+++. As a sunscreen, this has absolutely no white cast, a beautiful radiant finish, not greasy at all. This is also very lightly hydrating, perfect for combination in oily skin types. You can actually use it a lot and it won't look or feel like it. This is not at all silicone-y, but still provides a really lovely base for makeup. The Artless Perfect Cushion combines skincare, real broad spectrum SPF of 50 PA+++, and makeup coverage. This is a mochi cushion just like the one from Troy Atake that I reviewed. The product stays in the middle of the cushion. It's a lot more hygienic this way. This sponge only dispenses makeup when the cushion is pressed, and you can see it pops right back up, so the makeup remains in the middle of the cushion. There are two shades, both being neutral. The 23 is a warmer neutral, and that's what I'm using. It's actually such a perfect shade match for my skin, you can't really even see it going on as I'm applying it. This has a medium coverage and the finish is velvety. It's enough that I can forego concealer entirely. This reminds me a lot of the Misha M Magic cushions. This would sit between the regular and the moisture one for finish. It's not dewy and it's not matte. This would be great for all skin types. Combination and oily skin could also use this. There's a bit of a glow and this really sets. I apply this even over my oily eyelids and it doesn't crease, which is quite exceptional and really unusual in my experience. Now for the Dialism eye palettes, the packaging reflects the brand well. It's understated, not cutesy or fancy, just polished and chic. I got Breeze Beige because it's very me and it looks like it could be a Bobbi Brown palette of warm neutrals. I also had to grab Lovesome Brink. This palette is one of the most popular ones and I love the beautiful smoky rosiness. It just makes me think of fall. These come with 3 matte shades, 3 subtle shimmer shades, and 2 high shimmer ones. These are similar to a lot of other Korean eyeshadows in that the darker matte shades are not super pigmented. They're not very dramatic, which is great if you're into subtle, more wearable everyday makeup. That looks really pretty. Or if you're new to it. It's perfect for me because I love that aesthetic and I really need eyeshadows to be foolproof and effortless, which this is. You're not blending for an eternity. The shimmery shades is where this palette really shines. They are so beautiful. I really wish it showed up better on camera here and you could really see how beautiful it is. What was really a surprise is, honestly, I have the oiliest eyelids in existence. Everything, including eyelid primers, crease on me. I tested these shadows without any eyelid primers and there was 0 creasing throughout the livelong day, and I'm in over 80% humidity. It's quite bizarre. I feel like Heimish makeup really sets remarkably well. These are definitely more powdery than fine and creamy, but there's absolutely no fallout when you're applying it. I'm using the brush that comes with the palette here because these brushes are actually incredibly soft and quite good blenders. Definitely better than your average free with palette brush. The Dialism Smudge Stop Eyeliner is their only eyeliner. They don't have a liquid option, which further promotes their agenda of more natural looks rather than dramatic. This is a mechanical pencil. On the other side is a really soft blending brush. And of course there's a built-in nib sharpener. 3 colors are available: tan brown, deep brown, and chocolate black. The tan brown is actually a beautiful bronze with a bit of shimmer in it. This is what happens with soap and water. The stuff does not budge, it does not smudge, it doesn't move at all. I'm using the chocolate black here, which is a nice soft black. This is really soft and smooth to apply. It glides on effortlessly and smudges beautifully, although you need to start smudging quickly because once it sets, it's not moving. It will stay in place all day long. This is one hardcore pencil. This is a dual-ended mechanical brow pencil with a slanted, actually triangular shaped nib for natural brow shading. The spoolie on the other end of this is really nice. It's so soft and blends really well. I appreciate that. There are 3 colors: light brown, natural brown, and dark brown. I'm using the dark brown, so this is actually quite a soft brow pencil, and it blends out really, really well. So the effect you get is sort of like when you use a brow powder. It shades everything in. This is a matte pencil, and once it sets, it's waterproof, smudge-proof, and won't go anywhere even if you're sweating up a storm. This is your basic brow cara that does its job of grooming and keeping your brow hairs in place, while giving it a little bit of a fuller appearance. This wand has longer bristles on one side for brushing and light filling in, while the other side has shorter bristles, which I find great for just shaping the brows when I want to set the hairs in place. There are 3 colors, and unlike a lot of Korean brow caras, this one actually has a very ashy brown color as well. That would be the gray-brown color in the center, but I'm actually using the dark brown. Both waxy and powdery, there is no crunchiness. It gives a hold without creating stiffness or shiny brows. This dries very fast, and like the other products here, stays on all day without fading. The Dylism Smudge Stop Mascara is a tubing mascara, which is the only type that truly doesn't smudge, and they're so low maintenance and easy to remove. This slides off your lashes when you're rinsing your face with warm water. This brush is curved and great at getting at those little corner lashes. As far as tubing mascaras go, this one is actually pretty volumizing compared to most. This is black, and the texture is a little more on the thick side, which is great for spindly thin lashes like mine at making them have a little bit of bulk and some visibility. I got 2 of their blusher palettes because I can never decide between pink and peach. So I got flavor Apricot and Rose Petal. The standout for me in this palette is the contour. This is actually a true sculpting powder rather than just a bronzer, which is what you usually find in Korean cosmetics. This is tritone with definitely more of a gray-brown persuasion, although there are 2 warmer shades, so mixed together it's just perfect and doesn't look too Skeletor, but even the warmer shades aren't very orangey at all. I'm just showing you how it would look if I sculpted. The blush is like a lot of Korean blushes, which is it's not so pigmented. It aims to give you just a wash of color on the cheeks. I think the Apricot is a perfect shade to pair with very bold lips. The highlighter is also a very pleasant surprise. It's subtle and very fine. It's not like chunky glitter. It's really smooth. It's not gritty. It's softly iridescent and creates this lovely warm golden sheen. So the water drop lip tints are very hydrating and a long-lasting glossy formula. I have 2 colors here, Mild Day and Sultry Day. This is a very nice rich formula. It goes on like a gloss and is very nourishing to the lips with my favorite rosehip oil and hibiscus flower extract. But once the gloss wears off, the color is stained on your lips and lasts. The Graduation Cushion Tint is the only product in the collection that is not subtle. It's a bold statement. This Twist Up lip color pen is one of my favorite products of the brand. This has a cushion blender on one side to create effortless gradient lips. It's semi-matte and doesn't dry out your lips or make them look dry at all. In fact, this even feels quite hydrating. For gradient lips or something a little more subtle, these are really easy to blend out. In fact, it blends so smoothly, this can even be used as a blush on your face. Just dab on the cheeks and blend with your fingers or with the cushion. When blended out, it's more of a tint, but when used alone, it is just a velvety, rich, bold color. I can't tell you how beautifully this applies like silk and has some staying power, let me tell you. Takes a lot for this to fade. Well guys, that's it. I pretty much think I went through every single one of the products available in this line. I hope you enjoyed this and found it really helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I'm wishing you great skin health. Bye!